Good evening and welcome to the Chamber of Skulls. So today we bring with you one of the skulls I thought I've done a long time ago. And as I was planning out today's video yesterday and this morning, I backtracked my videos and within the last 2 months realized that this one had not been done. Now, about a month ago, I thought I did it and I actually did do it, but I was in a deep state of depression, being on work, surgery, and all that other happy bullshit. And as I finished the video, but I wasn't happy with the quality of the video, so I didn't publish it and I deleted that video. So how many times can we say video in one sentence? So here we are today working on this skull. Now, for you, those of you that have stuck around for about the last year, you may recognize this one and say, well, you have had that skull is probably about 9 months ago. And you're partially correct. Now, this particular skull has not been out, but you have seen something very, very similar. This is another one of my Christmas presents. And when I got it, I was almost disappointed for the simple fact that, yes, I recognize this one in my collection as well. But of course, I didn't want to say anything. I don't want to disappoint the person who got it for me that, hey, you know what, you got me one that I already got, but hey, thanks anyways. So, I put on a happy smile. I really appreciated it. And at the end of the day, I brought everything down to the collection just to realize that, in fact, I have not received this one. But instead, I received something very similar. The one that we're thinking of, the one I'm thinking of, is a dark blue, almost a navy blue. And where this one here, it has these black rock-like or gems and a whole bunch of design on it. The other one, the whole skull is full of tribal work and other design as such. The dragon on the side is more prominent on the other one. Like maybe if I showed you a little bit more, you see like the dragon on the side here. Got this on the side here and right here. On that one there, it's more prominent. And the swords are more. So, not to mention so many other details are slightly different. So when I saw that and I realized that these are in fact two different kind of skulls, they're not two different kind of skulls, but two different skulls, I was extremely happy. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word. Ecstatic. That's what I'm thinking of. I was ecstatic that these two different ones are similar but not the same. So now that just brought me back to when I was opening that present and I was looking at it and enjoying it for a second time. Now I realize that I don't have a duplicate and I don't have to disappoint the gifter by saying, hey, you know what, I really appreciate this, but congratulations, you are the winner of a skull. Now, one day, oh crap, that's what I wanted to do. I'll get to that in a minute. But one of these days, I do want to be able to have a giveaway. Deliberately buy a skull just for a giveaway, or deliberately buy two and give a lucky viewer said skull. But as I'm saying there now, going, oh crap, that's what I forgot to do. So before we get into this, let's travel over here, and I'm sure you all have seen those little figurines online. Well, I bought the set, and I deliberately bought an extra one to give to my boy, my little co-host that was here last summer. And he was just here over the weekend. Matter of fact, they just left a couple hours ago, and I intended on giving it to him but unfortunately I forgot. So hopefully we are planning on going up there next weekend, and at that time he will get it. I will just have to remind myself to make sure to get it to him when we go up there. So getting on to the reason we are all here. So as I have said, on the back of this one here, we have, I don't even know what kind of design you want to classify that. And we have a design in the center back of the skull, along with 4 black stones that introduce you to the crown of swords that wrap around the entire front side of the head. We see here, bring it, it brings you to the front side of the whole front. So come across and all the way around. And looking at detail, now I understand it's a little darker down here than you guys are used to in the last 5, 6 videos. And that's because running off of my cell phone again, and my little spotlight isn't working. Where when I was using the laptop, I had the LEDs off of that, which illuminated me, and I was able to do this a lot easier. So you look up front here, and you have like what I was talking about, the dragon, and you look alongside the eye socket, and you have more of those black stones. You got that on both sides. And you see the same kind of design on the chin. And this one right here, I would rate this a 10 out of 10. The paint doesn't overlap. Your silver is where your silver is supposed to be. Your black is where your black is supposed to be. The artistry on this thing is fabulous. You look at the swords, and even though some of the swords are just straight up silver from blade to hand grip, you have some of the swords which have a golden hand guard. And we'll be able to see that a little bit easier once I get to the close-up. So it takes away from that just plain silver generic attempt. They actually throw in some gold hand grips, like I said, or hand grip guards, like I said. So it kind of throws it off instead of just having a crown full of silver blades, and silver hand grips, and silver hand guards. So yeah, the paint, the artistry, everything about this thing just screams greatness. And everything follows right through the creation of this skull up until where you would expect it not to at the bottom. Now, unlike a few other ones that we've had where there has been terrific artistry, terrific painting, but the bottom of the chin was a little cut short. Now, that particular one, I don't remember which one that was. I think that was the red alligator, where they cut it a little short there, and that was the only thing that was really bad about it. But yeah, so as usual, we'll leave you guys with a close-up on this. And until next time, you guys have a skulltastic weekend. And I hope the audio on this video is a lot better than I have previously given you guys, minus the last video. And moving forward, I'm definitely going to make sure that microphones, no matter which ones I use, are attached and you guys can actually hear what I have to say. You guys have a skulltastic weekend, and I will see you on the flip side.